Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hollow Knight! Last time, we found where the King of Hallownest has been hiding this entire time. He's been hiding inside of the dream of a random guard of his outside of the palace grounds, or outside of the White Palace's ruins. That all is to say, we went through the White Palace, and after a very long challenge that involved way more saw blades than anyone has any right to own, we found the King of Hallownest and retrieved the second white fragment from him, giving us the King Soul. And then I went over how mid of a charm it is. It is at least an important charm for game progression, but other than that, I mean, of course I'm still gonna give it some love because, well, I won't go into it just yet. This time, I have one major plan, and that is to return to the Colosseum of Fools after all this time. And I think I've just realized that whenever the inventory screen is opened, King Soul stops giving you soul. Yes. Okay. For some reason, King Soul stops giving you soul when you have the inventory open. Why? First thing on my agenda, I want to go talk to my mom while I smell really bad. I just want to see what her response is. It'll probably be like, go take a shower right now. But you never know. She might reveal some information. That scent. Does another travel with you? Is that you, Ogrim, my mighty knight? I cannot see you, but then time has clouded my eyes and I cannot see much. Even your booming voice falls silent upon me. Only this small one I register, if maybe because it shares some piece of myself. This one stands clear upon a misted world. Ah, but my, that potent smell does recall such joyous memory. Only a short moment we had together, compared to ruin now endured, but what shining times they were. I am grateful you would visit, even if to see me in somewhat faded form. So you're telling me Ogrim smells like this all the time? That this wasn't a new development after Hallownest fell? Nah, he just hung out in the sewers among a pile of shit? I think I see part of the reason why your kingdom fell. If well, actually, he may not have been the leader of the Five Knights, but if one of your Five Knights was fucking Dung Defender, I think I could tell at least part of the reason why your kingdom fell. Nah, of course, it's definitely not just Dung Defender's fault. Don't put that in the newspapers. It's bad information. Dear Ogrim, I'm sure you saw Drea on the way in? She stood guard over me for so long. Not sure how to pronounce that name. Despite her hard front, she's always been a caring type. I'm sure she'll enjoy a knight's reunion. So the dead body just outside of the White Lady's little hut is Drea, one of the former Great Knights of Hallownest. I knew this body had to be important for something, but I didn't know it was that important. Protect. I think you did a pretty good job of that. I mean, like I said before in an earlier episode, none of the Mantis traders have made their way over here since you killed all of them. So, yeah, you did a pretty damn good job of that. You chased them off. You taught them a lesson. I think it's enough time has passed. I'm just gonna go over the rest of the 5 Great Knights of Hallownest. I think I've already been over that Hejimol, one of the knights, is the same knight whose armor was worn by the False Knight. And that's why there's a statue of him outside of, outside of City of Tears. That is Hejimol. As for the rest of them, Zemer is actually Grey Mourner. I did allude to that fact earlier, but now I may as well make it clear because no reason not to hide it anymore. She was one of the Great Knights, and in fact, one of the only surviving ones aside from Ogrim. Then, of course, there's Isma down in Isma's Grove. And, of course, Ogrim. And that's where all the 5 Great Knights of Hallownest have gone. I definitely like that. If you only experience the lore and story on a surface level, you'll never even know that those people were as important to the kingdom as they were. But as you dig deep, you get more and more info about them, and then you can piece them together like that. I did not piece it together myself. I looked up information about them on the wiki, because I'm not very smart at figuring out stories. I will fully admit. Whenever there's a game with some kind of long-running mystery, about 20 other Let's Players will figure out the mystery and will call it ahead of time 3 hours before me. That's just always how it works. Like when I played Amnesia the Bunker, people figured out the big twist of Amnesia the Bunker far earlier than I did. Small topic number 2. Now that we have every single charm collected, if we revisit Salubra, She now sells us Salubra's Blessing, or her blessing. It's called Salubra's Blessing when you actually get it. A special blessing from me to you. You've earned it. I do not recommend buying this. To show you why, I need to tell you exactly what happens when you get this. This is not a charm like I once thought, even though its icon kind of looks like one. I actually remember thinking that it was a charm, but no, this is a permanent ability that you can buy after collecting every single charm. And what happens when you do, Salubra will kiss you. After this point, anytime you rest on a bench, Salubra sends a spirit after you to completely refill your soul meter at a very fast rate. So this essentially converts every single bench into a hot spring. It both heals you and refills your soul. Which sounds great, right? Just one problem. Salubra's ghost sings the entire time. She never goes away. You cannot turn this off, and she will be here at every bench, no matter what. This turns the once very calm and relaxing benches in the game to be no longer calm nor relaxing. I have genuinely had a hard time choosing what charms to equip because of Salubra singing. It was actually distracting me and making it harder to choose what to bring. To me, this effectively ruins one of the game's coolest atmospheric things, the fact that there's so many places to relax out in Hallownest, because now you can't relax anymore. Anytime you're on a bench for longer than 4 seconds, she appears and then makes a ton of noise. The only exception is when you reload the file, as I just did just now. When you're initially sitting on the bench, she will not appear during this time. So you can at least do that, but you shouldn't have to do this. This should be an ability that, like, if I were designing this ability, I would make Salubra's ghost pop up, sing a little tune, fill your soul meter, and then when your soul meter's full, she goes away. But no, she sticks around the entire time, sings the entire time, and is it really worth trading the atmospheric benefit of having so many relaxation spots around the Kingdom of Hallownest in favor of benches now refill your soul meter? It's not like you're hurting for soul anyway. You just go attack enemies for 5 seconds and you can get it back. Especially if you have any soul-giving charms, or go dream nail someone. I can't see many situations where the benefits of Salubra's Blessing are actually very, very helpful. And so it's really just a poor effect in trade-off for Salubra's constant singing ruining your relaxation in the world. That is why I do not recommend buying Salubra's Blessing, because once you have it, she isn't going away. She's stuck with you now, and you have to reap the consequences, I guess. So I would like this to be a public service announcement to new Hollow Knight players. Do not buy Salubra's Blessing. It's not worth it, and you'll thank me later. It's pretty funny to consider last time I claimed that buying the last nail upgrade, the pure nail, which we also did last time, by the way, I forgot to mention that in the intro, is the last purchase you can make in this game. I actually forgot that you could also buy Salubra's Blessing, but I wasn't planning to buy it anyway, so it ended up working out. The thing stops giving soul even when you're in a shop menu? What is this ridiculousness? For the next thing, I have noticed that I do not possess the journal entries for the Mollerks or the Lesser Moleks in Ancient Basin, so I'm down here to go through a round of killing. How did this foolish creature lose its legs? I suppose it's possible to lose anything if you really try. How did the entire species lose their legs, more like? Was it an evolutionary thing? Was it natural selection? They survived better because they didn't have their legs? I don't know. You try to keep your distance, it will spit sticky, burning globs of vile stomach juice. Move in quickly and strike decisively. I just love the hunters' repeated comments on how vile their stomach juices are. With that, I've encountered 155. I have an idea of where the remaining journal entries might be. Or I have an idea of where 2 of them are. I don't know about the rest of them, though. I'll probably have to look that up, in all honesty. In terms of completing journal entries, I'm only missing 3. And I think those are... Okay, they're you, and you. These are the only ones I have yet to complete. The first one may be a bit hard, maybe a bit out of the way to go do, but the second 2, I know exactly where they are. And so, I shall meet you up at our main topic for the episode. I love all of the bellfly setting outside the Colosseum. I don't know what they're doing there. I don't know why they roost there. They're just preying on any foolish warriors coming to battle, I guess.
Welcome back, who are you? To enter a trial, step up to the board and place your mark. From that point on, your destiny is your own.
I imagine that he's been hung up so long by now, he's like running out of air. Alright, before I do that, of course we need to equip a suitable selection of charms. I have some ideas, one major idea in particular, so let's see. Take this off, especially you, King Soul. I might not even bring you in, that'll depend on things though. I want Quick Slash. Shaman Stone might be another good pick. I mean, after all, considering what I'm doing, yeah, I think it would be. And I think I do recommend Shaman Stone for the 3rd trial. It is a definite help. As for other charms, I actually kind of want to bring Grimchild in, since we haven't seen his 4th form very much, so Shape of Un could be interesting. But for what I'm planning, I might want to focus on healing. Unfortunately, I can't equip Quick Focus for what I'm planning to do. So maybe Shape of Un will have to be it then. So we can still at least try to avoid enemies while healing. Yeah, let's do that, and then it's time for me to pick a big charm. You know, I could. I could also go with Deep Focus. I'm torn between equipping a helpful healing charm or giving King Soul the only love it's ever gonna get. Thing is, though, King Soul is not gonna be needed, though, so I think I'm gonna go with Quick Focus. And yes, indeed, I'm going to Overcharm for this. I've never actually tried this trial while Overcharmed before, so I want to see if I can do it. This is a playthrough about me trying new things, you know? Anyway, I just don't think King Soul is going to be that helpful, because this is the Colosseum of Fools. I'm being given enemies all the time, so I'm just going to get soul that way. And besides, I'm going to be entering with a full soul meter, and anyone can because of this hot spring over here. So, yeah, King Soul is really not going to help. I think King Soul is best when you're exploring the world, and it's like, in the moments of downtime from room to room, it fills it up. And there is one very good use of King Soul that I managed to find in the Godmaster DLC. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing that. You'll see why. Anyway, Trial of the Fool. Fight for Geo and the glory of being a fool. Place a mark and begin the trial. The only real reward from this is Geo, as well as a completion percentage and, you know, bragging rights. So, it is definitely not required whatsoever, but we're gonna do it anyway. Let's do this. Pretty nervous about this. To tell you the truth, on my second playthrough of Hollow Knight, which I did after my very first one, I managed to go through basically the whole game without dying, including optional content. Until this. This was the thing that killed me. And in fact, this thing consistently gets me into bad shape or does actually kill me on Hollow Knight playthroughs to this day. That is how hard this is. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, no! No! Let Grimchild in! Alright. Hi there, dead body of Lord Fool. You're gonna enjoy watching me die in this upcoming battle. Nah, I shouldn't be such a pessimist. I was gonna say, I shouldn't be such pessimistic, but that doesn't make any grammatical sense. Let's do this! Alright, we've seen these enemies before, nothing new here. Oh god. I'm also bringing in my fully upgraded nail to this, so I did not equip Fragile Strength or Unbreakable Strength because I wanted to show what this nail can do on its own, without any buffs. Oh god, get you out of here. That is why I recommend Shaman Stone. Yeah, Shaman Stone. With Shaman Stone, Shade Soul takes out the Primal Acids in a single blast. It is very good. I already took 2 hits not too long after. That's not a very good sign, especially with those. Okay, those also one-shot the thing. Let me do that. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Shape of Bone coming in clutch there. Letting me actually heal. All right. Boom. And, okay, you guys are just going to die. And that makes the audience laugh. It's a little scripted moment. Now we got Obbles and you. Oh, Jesus, this is rough. It's been a long time since I played this challenge as well. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Actually, I don't think it's been that long, but, you know, a decent while. Oh, okay. Furious Vengeflies. That was a little rough, but it's fine. They're cheering for me, so clearly I did something right. Ah! Oh, God. This is getting bad already. Oh, yeah, okay. So you whip out those 2 guys, and then they send a million Bellflies at you. You just want to stay wall jumped up here. Oh, God. Grimchild, you better freaking not blow up one of those guys in me. How are you still alive, sir? Okay. Want to be careful where the cages go. We're fine. Ooh, new enemy. This is one of our new enemies in this trial. This is an armored Loodle. I don't think that's their exact name, but they are the Loodles from Queen's Gardens, but with more health. Just like the ones in Queen's Gardens, avoiding their attacks is a total crapshoot because they jump to a completely random spot, and they're very unpredictable, especially when there's platforms up, like now. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, we're cool. We no longer cool. Okay, stopped being cool a long time ago. I actually do need to eventually focus. I'm totally gonna lose this based on how I've been doing so far. But hey, that's the point of the challenge. I wanted to give myself a challenge. All right, here we go. Of course, like with everything else, I must reiterate, I do not ever recommend overcharming on your first playthrough unless you really, really want to. Unless you've seen me do it and are like, that sounds fun, but I think the game is best experienced without overcharming at first. Okay, here we go. Squits. Oh, okay. So bad at these guys. Good thing I take them out in 2 hits. We got an Aspid, and I don't have soul. I consider that a huge flaw. Okay. I can kill them in 2 hits with the nail. That's good, that's good. I like that. You like to see it? Crap. Round. Okay, we got Garpedes now. This one's easy. They only come through once, so you just go to the first one. Yeah, you just jump down a level like that, and I'm in the safe zone. I'm gonna go after the smaller guy first, because the smaller guy's more annoying. Like so. God. Can't believe that they whipped out their attack. They didn't even look like they were doing anything. I was trying to press the heal button, and it didn't work. Oh, God. Okay. I'm at 2 hits right now. Oh, cool. Use the wall to keep my footing. You can just be stomped on from above. That's a Mantis Trader, see? All right. It actually is possible to unlock their entry from this trial alone, and judging by the fact that I'm definitely gonna die at some point soon. Oh, God, a Mantis Petra, no! Yeah, I'm definitely gonna die from this. Okay, we healed, but that doesn't matter because I'm still at 1 hit. Take out you 2. Shaman Stone enables you to take out the Mantis Petras in 1 hit. Cannot tell you just how useful that is. No! Oh my God! I dashed at the wrong time. Alright, there's our first death. Well, now you know what the beginning looks like. Let me tell you, that was like nowhere near close to even halfway of that through that trial. This trial's long. This is gonna be a real challenge though. I'm definitely looking forward to this though. This is gonna be fun. Wait, that didn't kill you this time? What happened then? Why did they die before but not now? Okay. There's definitely a lot of downtime moments where you can pause and heal and like, there's also some enemies where it's probably best not to attack them with soul. Like you might want to hit them with your nail instead so you can save up soul for when you need it the most. Like when a Mantis Petra spawns, you know? Oh, I forgot about that. I can't believe I avoided damage there. How did that happen? Okay, Grimchild. Thank you. And you actually remained in the corner the whole time. All right, that's how you survived. Good to know. The little jump attacks the heavy fools can do sometimes really catch me off guard. Okay, we're back here. We're back to the mantises. That didn't... Huh? The other one took damage, though. Why didn't it deal as much? Is it because I've been hitting them twice without realizing with one projectile? It could be. Okay, well, we made it through that. Oh boy, okay, now we have Soul Twisters from Soul Sanctum. Oh no, and their projectiles are really, really homey-inny. We also have Fools appearing from the floor. I think that it can appear like the game isn't progressing properly, but it's because you haven't killed the remainder of the Fools. And then afterwards, a Soul Warrior drops in from the ceiling, so be prepared for that. So they have that initial attack of theirs. Okay, here we go. And there we go. That was all it took to kill him. Now we have platforms. And a new enemy! If I remember correctly, this is a Volt Twister. They attack you in the same vein as Umu, or at least one of Umu's attacks. We just unlocked their journal entry because they're a brand new enemy exclusive to the Colosseum as well. They do not do the Umu attack where it's like nuking the whole screen. They only do the electric chase. Okay, here's another one. We had a Soul Twister there and then back to Volt Twister. And now we have both of them at once. Which the Volt Twister got taken out immediately. So that's fine. Okay, platforms go away. I thought it was good for me to move there. Shape of One helped me once again. There's actually some great charms I have put on. Okay. And the projectiles lasted that long. We're fine. We're fine, we got through it. So I blasted him with Soul. Okay, now in enclosed space with more of the standard Fool enemies. Heal. Got lesser Malex. I actually could have just gone up to the Colosseum. I didn't have to kill them down at the bottom of the world. I forgot they were here. There's something particularly special about their reason for being here, though. And that's because... Stomp! Oh, that was satisfying. After a while. Check it out! It's a mini brooding Malex. This is a boss we fought a long time ago at this point, and this is a smaller version of it that I assume has less health. Okay, fight's exactly the same. So if you remember my tips about it from then, use them here and you should be fine. Honestly, you should be fine. It'll go down pretty quick. And after this, oh god. What were you doing there, Grimchild? I don't know. That Garpede splits the chamber open like Moses parting the river. I don't know. But after this, oh god, okay, you want to heal. Because after this is the hardest part of this whole trial. The walls will go to sides, and the floor is taken from you. No healing allowed, and you are given a smorgasbord of so many difficult enemies to deal with. Got Squits, Winged Fools, all that kind of stuff. You might even be given Primal Aspects as well. Oh god, you are. Okay, this is why I recommend Shaman Stone heavily. Okay. Get rid of you. Mantis Petras too. Seriously, this part's crazy. And any hit you take here, you ain't getting until the section's done. Then Obbles. Oh my god, these might be the worst actually, because they fill the whole place with projectiles. With projectiles, in case I didn't enunciate that well enough. Oh no. And then the game keeps moving on without you. Okay. Let's not panic. Okay. This is the last part. Squit, kill it. Squit, kill it. And that's it. Get on the platform, heal. I'm still at one hit though. This could go insanely bad anytime soon. Okay, I need to kill these Loodles. They'll go in random directions, but those random directions could be on top of your head like that. Fuck. As soon as I entered that with only one hit, I knew it was inevitable. I should have focused on healing instead of blasting them with soul. It's what I like to do. I wanted to move the wave onwards so that I could have a more definite window of healing. Because with like that, there probably wasn't going to be one. Hey, there's the Shade Stomp attack. We haven't seen that one before. let's fill up on soul from you, because we're gonna fucking need it. We're gonna fucking need it. I have 4 uses. Let's make them count. Got these guys as usual. Oh wait, I can get more from these guys. I can get more. Fuck. Alright, well, there goes my 4 fucking uses. I had to take 2 hits just then, just to ruin it. Alright, here we go. Okay, at least that shows what happens if you land on the spikes in one of these kinds of phases. It creates a temporary platform for you. There we go. I was able to kill 2 birds with one stone there. Oh my god, this is so much better. Kill you. And finally, you. And then, heal. Okay. Okay, we're in much better shape. There's still this wave, though. This wave could still go very, very south. I'm gonna focus on killing them this time because I have a lot of health. I have confidence that I'll make it. Okay. I don't think you can change where they land by hitting them. Okay, that's you. Go. Get out of the way. This is the home stretch. They're gonna throw basically every enemy at you one last time. Almost every enemy. I don't think all of them are included. I don't think there's any more soul warriors, for instance. But that doesn't matter. Alright. Perfect. Sharp Shadow would have actually been a great choice as well for this. So low. All the time. And I can't stay still now. Okay, we're gonna go high above you. Kill you. I said. There you go. Awesome. Carnage. Nah, you fucking jump attack. That's why it's risky to go above them, though. That's one of their whole points, I guess. No! That's not what I meant to do! Hey. Okay. I'm gonna save my soul. Save my soul. Okay. Okay. There we go. The final fight. New boss, God Tamer. I'm gonna need to focus on this, so all I'm gonna say is the Tamer is optional. She only does 1 attack. The only one of these 2 who has to die to win this battle is the beast that she has tamed. Whenever it bounces off the walls, he tries to fall on your position. He can also spit infection at you, like he did earlier, and that is by far his hardest attack to dodge. So I needed to really look out for that. God Tamer will always jump before swinging. So no need to worry about like staying in front of her. She will always jump. And there we go. That's all you really need to know. And that's it already! Boom! It's a much easier fight compared to the rest of the Colosseum, but man, is this stressful when you get to it the first time. You're basically going to lose on your first try, even if you make it all the way that far, but it's fine. She's still alive, I'm pretty sure, just saddened at her own beast's death. If you attack her a lot before the beast, she will eventually lay down stunned like this once her health is depleted. And that was Trial of the Fool. How's my journal looking now? I'm missing 1 enemy. You've got to be kidding me, dude. At least I've unlocked the others. Death Loodles. That's what you guys are. Mostly lives on a diet. Lumafly spends its entire life fighting the arena or meditating in seclusion. An odd foe. Death Loodle. They seem fierce, but they have a lot of difficulty aiming at the target. Watch their motions and strike when the opportunity comes. Take the helmet with you as a trophy. Good to know, though. I've completed every journal entry that I have encountered so far, so that's good. Veteran warrior of the Colosseum of Fools, fights by the sides of creatures she has trained. Some hunters train beasts to join them in chasing down prey. I tried it once, but couldn't resist the urge to test my companion's strength against mine. Very interesting urge you have there. That is it. That is all. We've completed the Colosseum of Fools. Man, that's such a fun challenge, but such a huge challenge as well. Now, if we were to talk to the hanging fool one last time.
Welcome back, warrior! A true fool keeps on fighting even when there's no more glory to be gained. Step over the board and make your mark. Show us how foolish you truly are.
Yeah, there's nothing left to do here. You can just replay any of the trials if you so desire to. You'll get the same geo reward as I've demonstrated many a times up until this point. You can even try Trial of the Fool again one last time if you feel like it, but aside from that, that is all. Our completion is now 107%. Allow me, while I have the time and the space to do so, to do one last thing, perhaps a couple of things, considering I still have apparently one journal entry I haven't encountered yet, before ending this video. I think I'm gonna switch around my charms here. Let's go with you, I guess, just so I can get my geo count as high as possible before the series is truly done. Mark of Pride's always fun. Grub Song is always fun. Let's have Grimchild joining us. Yeah, why not? You stay with me, little buddy. All right. In this back area of the Colosseum, I've showed this up before, you can watch a battle taking place, except you can't. You can watch the few particle effects and a projectile from one of the Sturdy Fools, I think that's their name. Yeah, Sturdy Fools, them. Aside from that, you can't actually see the battle yourself. I think actually, okay, before I move on, the battle oval, they've crafted a tiny mask for it. It's such an extravagance practical, I wonder? I guess, like, the fools around here are very interested in masks. After all, it looks like the audience is all wearing masks. You can see the cracks in that one guy's face. I doubt that that's like an injury or something, because a lot of them have it. And the walls are covered in masks of their armor, so yeah. The fools around here are really into their masks. Can't blame them, though. Their masks do look cool. In this back wall, this wall is cracked. And on the outside, let's get away from all the loud cheering. It's a little much when you're in there for long enough. We have a backyard area to the entire Colosseum of Fools. At least that's what I call it. Let's jump up. Let's explore around. We have unique wooden structures you never see anywhere else. And a soul totem. We may as well take it. It's 5 whole soul thingies. I think the soul totems in the White Palace might at least give you more soul than these ones do, even if they take the same number of hits as the large ones. Then, out here. Hello there. You mind telling me your name and occupation? Wow, I've never heard of such a name before. This is a weird enemy. Kind of a mini-boss, but not really. This is known as the Pale Lurker. It has an item in its hand and wants to keep it away from you as much as possible. You have to find where it is. You can track it down based on its whispering, and once it sees you, it tries to run away, throwing down spike traps on the floors and the ceilings, as well as the walls. You just need to keep going after it. Attack it from a distance. After a while, it'll crawl into the metal door and disappear somehow. It's supposed to be like burrowing into the ground to go elsewhere. And then it'll be somewhere else in the arena. It's in the same spot. You gotta keep chasing it down. When you're close to it and unleashes that melee attack, I couldn't tell you how to dodge it because I don't know how to dodge it, in all honesty. At least you can dodge its traps with the Shadow Dash, unlike the Saw Blades. And now here it is over here. I hear it. Let's get right to attacking. Wow, immediately, okay. Must be based on how much damage you do to it that decides when it disappears. It's probably up on this side if I had to guess. Yep. Okay, our Mark of Pride is actually really helping. I don't really try to avoid its attacks most of the time. I just tank through it because it's freaking annoying. Get back here. Give me that item. I must collect everything. Go! Saying go to myself mostly. Down it goes. Is that... It is! That is the last journal entry. Okay. Well, that answers my question then. Forgotten champion of the Colosseum, drawn away by strange obsessions. This odd creature is unaffected by and unaware of the disease drifting through the caverns. Its madness is all its own. The item it was, keeping within its possession, very Gollum-like, my precious, is the fourth and final simple key. There is one area in the world that we found that required a simple key, and now we can go back there and open it up. But first, let me explain what the hell's the deal with the Hunter's Journal and its counters, because, this whole encountered, completed system down there is very, very strange. So in order to get the reward for collecting all journal entries, you only need to get a certain subset of the total number of entries in the game. Any entries that are considered optional, which include DLC enemies, mostly, as well as very special enemies, or perhaps even secret enemies, such as Menderbug. Entries like these are not required to get the reward for collecting all entries, but they still increase the counters, and they do that by increasing the total counters. So basically, if I were to get an optional journal entry right now, the total number of journal entries in the game would increase to 160. It's very weird how that works, and clearly, the developers couldn't really decide if DLC enemies should count for this, because for example, Grey Prince Zote and all of the Zotling minions are all optional entries. The Grim Troops entries are all optional. You never need any of these, especially not Nightmare King, since it's possible you banished the troop and thus can't fight him anymore. On top of all of this, the weirdest of all is probably the Fluke Mungas. These were added in a DLC expansion, specifically the Godmaster DLC. So was the Pale Lurker. Despite that, Fluke Mungas are optional entries, while the Pale Lurker is required, seemingly. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Sometimes Team Cherry make the most confusing decisions about their game, and I don't understand it. But anyway, as one of our things to end this video off, let us take our fully completed Hunter's Journal back to the Hunter and show him all our progress. Map updated. It's been a while since I've seen that animation. Our map is basically complete at this point. I don't think there's a single room I haven't been to yet, or at least a single room that goes on the map that I haven't been to yet. Yeah, you can see that back area right there. I have to say, once I've fully completed the map of Hallownest, very often I'll pause on a bench somewhere and I'll just look at it. I'll just look it over. And that's because I really admire how interconnected everything is. I love seeing how each area branches off, seeing all the routes you can take to get through the entire game's areas without having to teleport or fast travel or anything. I love how this world is built. It's like strange looking, but also very sensical at the same time. In a way, it's hard for me to describe, but I really do love just looking over this map and admiring all the places that there are to check out. I'm gonna take off these red markers. I know that those things are there, and you guys don't need to be reminded of that every single time. But yeah, this is the vast world of Hallownest, finally all visible to us at once. The map does not get any more fleshed out than this. I love this world. I love this game. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the reward from the Hunter, if he has one. He might not even have one. I might be going into this for no real reason. As a small note, it's safe to say that once the number of journal entries you've completed is the same as the journal entries you've encountered, it's safe to say you've completed all journal entries in the game, because every optional entry that exists in the game almost always unlocks the complete journal entry from the first kill. So yeah, in fact, I say almost always, but I'm pretty sure there are no exceptions to that. They always unlock the full journal entry right away as soon as you get it. Hello there. Been a while.
Your journal. Let me see it. Yes, the Hunter's Journal is complete. You have proven yourself a true hunter, a master of killing. So with great pleasure, I give you the reward you deserve.
Ready to receive reward? Duh, why else did I come here? Secret boss fight, the Hunter! Just kidding. Oh man, I laughed at that so hard when I saw it in my first playthrough. Gripchild is actually under the belief that he's still a boss, but nah. He just scares you a little bit and then hands you the reward. Grimchild, please stop. Oh my god, he's gonna be doing this the whole time. Taken the Hunter's Mark, a mark of honor belonging to a true hunter. The mark will be kept in the Hunter's Journal. Grimchild, that's enough. That's enough. He's not our enemy.
You have my mark, and you shall be recognized as one of my rare caste. Fellow hunter, I have nothing else to give you.
Does he have any Dream Nail? No, he is one of the few enemies not to be Dream Nail, or one of the few NPCs. That is all he says. The hunter never really has a lot to say. I get the feeling he was a late addition to the game, considering how little stuff he has to say throughout the whole thing. Then again, though, I mean, I guess most of the work spent on him was within the Hunter's Journal. So yeah, as he has said, at the very bottom of the journal, we now have the Hunter's Mark. The mark of a true hunter. I have no offspring, nor subjects, nor worshippers. The sum of my being, my learning, my instincts. I leave it all to you. Good luck, hunter. This is the final type of journal entry you can get, and these are a token of achievement. That's what I'm gonna call them. They do not count towards the counter in the lower right at all. So, yay, another layer of confusion. To reiterate, you have the required journal entries, which increase only the first number and not the total number. The number you possess and not the total number. Then you have optional entries. The Hollow Knight is one such entry, which increase the total number as well as the first number, essentially moving the goalpost further. Finally, the tokens of achievement that go in your Hunter's Journal do not affect the counts at all. Got all that? Alright, cool. The Hunter's Journal works so freaking weirdly, man. Well, the Hunter's Journal is now complete. That feels great, honestly. I do kind of like completing a bestiary, even though I'm never the type that goes out of his way to complete the entire bestiary. Like, you will not catch me completing the Hyrule Compendium in Breath of the Wild, for instance. Mainly because in that game you have to take pictures of everything. I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's just freaking bothersome. I'd rather the game just automatically fill out the bestiary as I encounter the thing. That makes more sense to me. Anyway, though, the bestiary is complete. We've seen every enemy. So far, anyway. You never know, there might be more. Again, there are optional entries that don't count towards the thing, so there's always the chance that there's more enemies where we've seen. Actually, to tell you the truth... Ow. Yeah, that's the truth. To tell you the truth, in terms of regular enemies, that is not true. We have seen every regular enemy in Hollow Knight at this point. It's just, when a game is this big, it feels great to have something 100% completed like that. It feels great to know I have seen every enemy in the world of Hallownest. There's just something satisfying about that. And that's all I had to say to that. I didn't have any follow-up. So, onward we go to the last thing I'm going to do. Why did I choose to go through the sewers to get here? I just realized about all the bullshit I have to go through now. That's my own damn fault, I guess. The final spot to use a simple key is here. A cocoon chained with a simple lock. Use simple key. Collected the God Tuner, device that resonates with beings of great power. Seek the gods of Hallownest, tune their power. Through their strength, ascend. To be completely honest, I was planning to get this way earlier in the game than I did, so that I could at least show off what it does. Because what it does, well, it doesn't really do anything active. It's kind of a passive thing, but if we check it in our inventory, we can see it's right here. And we can see 4 weird icons down at the bottom of its description. If you collect the God Tuner earlier than this point, some of those will be chained up. And there's a reason why. Basically, when you pick this up, anytime you defeat a boss from this point onwards, you'll see this thing flash in the upper corner not by the health bars. And that indicates that that boss has been added to it, attuned to it. I shall explain what that means later. As I said before, the Godmaster DLC will not be a part of the main playthrough. It'll be a little mini-series shortly after the playthrough is done. As such, I shall refrain from dream nailing you. But I'll come back. I will come back for you. And I will conquer your dreams. Anyway, that is all I really wanted to do. Yeah, I guess we can warp away. I am going to teleport on over to Ancient Basin, which will be our ending spot for the episode. And you know what? This may actually end up being the last time that I need the stag. Because beyond this point, I'm not really planning on fast traveling anywhere. Okay, change of plans. Since I'm not really going to be needing the stag anymore, I think it would be nice to have him take us to his house, to his old home, and then we're just gonna leave him up here. He can be with the memory of his own people. If he likes it up here. I'm not sure if he does. Hold on. Let me see. Feel the weight of your long life buried down on me. You carry it proudly. Okay, so it doesn't seem like you hate this place. This is something my sister likes to do whenever playing this game. She likes to leave the stag in the stag nest before the end of the game, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, I'll see you down at the bottom of the world. It's gonna be a long trip down, but we'll get there. I've arrived. And one last thing I'd like to note, the God Tuner gives you a completion percentage for having it. As such, we are currently at 108% game completion. That is the highest you can be without playing Godmaster. So, on that note, next time on Hollow Knight, we're going to complete all remaining challenges left within Hallownest. And that includes the game. Thank you all for watching, if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.